see a pop-up in your screen. Just okay. So just a second, because okay. So I've already introduced myself, but I'm just gonna oh gosh. Okay. So I'm going to pick someone to introduce yourself, please. And Karina, go ahead.
Hi guys, my name is Karina. I'm from Recife. I work in IT field. I'm like a front-end developer, and now looking for job in UX designer. Yes, I think that's it.
Good. Leah, please.
Hi, I'm Leah. I'm from Piracicaba, and I work on a company, a global company, as a community coordinator, and I work with technology, but not directly. One of my communities is about technology on the agronomic field. So I'm very interested about technology, and that's why I'm here to talk to you guys about technology.
Yeah, awesome. Welcome. Heitor, please.
Sure. I'm Heitor. I'm 38 years old. I work as quality assurance, and I'm living in São Paulo. I think it's that. Just the basic.
Good. Silas, please.
Hello, guys. I'm Silas. I live in Jundiaí, São Paulo. I'm 31 years old, and I am a software engineer since 2010. And that's it.
Juliana.
I'm Juliana. I'm from São José dos Pinhais, Paraná. I'm working as SAP Constant. I've moved my career this year in January, try to change a little bit. And because that I'm here, try to improve my English because it's very important in IT area, in IT field.
Okay, good. And Rodrigo, please.
I'm 38. Okay, I work as a software developer. I live in Diadema, city next São Paulo, and that's it. I work as a developer about 15 years. 15 years.
Okay, good. So let's start reading the first question is number 2, the item number 2. And I'm gonna pick Silas, please.
Okay. Are you already working in IT field? If so, how did you start working? If not, what are you doing to find the first opportunity? Well, I already started working with IT. It was in 2010 when I should do the military service that's required here in Brazil. So I didn't wanted to enter in the company, but they picked me up. So I did a test there, and I was selected to be part of the IT there. So I started to do something there, and then when I left the military unity, I entered in a digital agency, but I started to learn about technology very young. It was like 2006. So I already started with technology.
Okay, nice. Were you programming in 2006, were you starting programming?
Yes, I was in the high school and I didn't do the school classes to learn how to program. So I think it was a good deal for me, because now I'm working like more than 10 years already.
Oh, awesome. Good. Leah, please.
Well, I used to be an entrepreneur. I had a co-working space where I had my design studio. I'm also a designer. And then I shifted to work on the startup field as a community manager. So it was about 3 years ago. So I made this shift of career to community manager. And now I'm not on, I first was working on a startup. Then I moved to a ed tech. And now I'm in a big corporation of marketing. We do big fair companies, big fairs. So I'm now a coordinator of other community managers, and I work with a community for technology. So I made this shift of career, changing from designer and entrepreneur to community manager.
Yeah, awesome. So interesting. Karina, tell about yourself, please.
Okay. How I said before, I've been working with technology field for over 10 years. So I started, my internship was I'm owner in a company because my husband is more experienced in software developer, and we started a small company in 2004. Yes, 2004. We have a solutions as before as how can I say, Pocket PC Palm, and there was a solution for Salesforce for industry. So I start my internship in the IT field. I have my own company, my own my own solution company. Yes. So difficult, but it was a great experience. I learned a lot. Was 5 years trying in this company, but it didn't work.
Okay, good. Rodrigo, please.
I work in the area already, and I started with the system support in the product that support a system about health. So the system was used in the post health, I think, post saúde. So I do the support to the doctors and nurses to change the software, okay, to use the software. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, awesome. Juliana, please, what about you?
I'm already work in IT field. As I said before, I'm a SAP constant, but I changed my career this year. Before I was working with financial area, accounts payable, treasury, and in 2020 I have the opportunity to participate in an implementation project, implementation systems in a company, implement SAP in a, I think, hydroelectrical company. I don't know how to say that. And because that, I'm start to think about move my career in order to be more freedom. And this year I got a job in the area, and now I can work from home. I'm work remotely, so for me this is it's good, it's important, and it's it.
Okay, good. And Heitor, please.
Okay. I'm work already in IT field. So I started in IT field in 2000, did in some web pages with HTML and Flash animation, but it wasn't work for me. I was very young. So I quit and came to the industry area. But 2 years ago, I entered in a program. They teach you how to become a quality assurance. And now I'm a medium level quality assurance.
Okay, good. Awesome. Nice. So I'm gonna just Leah, please. Can you read the next question, please?
Yes. In the tech industry, they have several professionals with different backgrounds. In your opinion, what people should do to successfully transition into tech careers? Can I answer this?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Let's see. I think you first have to understand what you want, what career you want, and what do you need to get there, like what I need to learn. And one thing that people don't understand or realize when they think about career transition is that you have to have, how can I say, to save some money, because it's probably that your first job in the new career, your salary will be less than you have in your now career. So people need to be prepared to have a degree on the salary. For the next year, you have more salary, a bigger salary in your new career, And I think people are not prepared about this because we have a problem about talking about money, So we just don't talk about that, but it's so important.
Yeah, true. And a lot of like YouTube videos or even on YouTube, in LinkedIn, we see people saying, oh, tech careers, you're gonna earn a lot of money, like 10,000, you can work for companies abroad and your salary is gonna be 10,000 reais. And it's not like, when you are starting, it's not like that. So I completely agree with you. Juliana, please, what do you think?
I totally agree with Leah. For me, it's one of the difficult points about decide to change the salary, because I was established my career and I have to return some steps and start again and prove my value to the company. So it's hard, it's not easy to change, And I think one important point that the professionals can have to observe, it's when you change a career, tech career, you have to study all the time, because in IT field, the things change very fast. It's not like when I was working with financial, okay, the scenario changed, but not like IT. It takes time, so it slowly changes. We have established, and in IT, every year we have a new version of the systems. There is a new certification, so you need to study all the time and be Autodidata. I don't know how to say that.
I'm trying to remember. But yeah, go ahead. I'm trying to remember.
Self-learned.
Yes, self-learn, Heitor. It's very important. So it's not just, okay, it's easy to move. No, it's not. And to enter in this area, it's so hard. I feel that. And you have to decide if you really want to change.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I completely agree with you. What do you think, Heitor?
I think it depends of the kind of person. For me, for example, I start in the IT area. I think I was a little old. I was 36 when I started in the area. So I have to study more than others, than youngers, actually, because they grow up in a technology world different of me. And I agree with Juliana. Every second rise up a new technology as a silver bullet, and you think, oh my God, I have to learn this because if I don't, I will be employer. So every time you have to study a new thing, different things of your area, and get out of your comfortable area. So I think it's a good area because you can work at home, make your, how can I say, fazer seus horários. It's a flex journey, I think so. But you have to study a lot. So every night, every weekend, every time you have to free, you have to choice to get out or do something or study. And the most of times we have to choose to study. That's my opinion.
Yeah, and in the past it was harder, right? Because now we have a lot of Coursera, Udemy, we have a lot of platforms to study. The past was harder.
In 2000, I bought some magazines about HTML or web design. It was hard to find some things about that.
Okay, awesome. So Silas, please.
I agree with you all, guys. I think for me, the most important thing to get success in the area, in the new area, is to practice and focus in the basics, you know, because as you said, every year new technology is appearing, and if you know the basics, if you know the core, you don't mind that, because a new technology is just a new way to do the same. So if you learn how the core works, how the basic works, you just need to should learn how to integrate these new technologies. So every year it will become easier and easier. So to get success, besides all those things that you already tell us, I think it's practice.
Okay, nice. The problem is the basic. If the basic, there are so many things that you need to learn. It's also difficult. Karina, please, your opinion.
My opinion, I agree of all guys what said before, but I think that join in a community, it's important, because IT area is the main area that you have support from all the members. I help most of the women because I have a community here in Brazil, women who code, and a community, no profit community that inspire women to excel in technology careers. And we help a lot of women to start in the IT field, to get your job, because the community is starting to get, it's not easy, technology. And if you join a community with a colleague, the journey is more easy. And for me, my opinion, if you are starting career, join a community, because your journey is not so hard, because you can learn it with other people that more experience in the IT, and we can learn and we can collaborate. Because when you collaborate, you learn more fast. Yes.
Yeah, good point. You have like a sport, right? So you can learn and you can teach. So, Rodrigo, please.
And I think when the people can do a intern, like a trainee, it's more easy to change the career. Okay, I have this opportunity when I change, and I have my salary degree, like the Leah said, in 2008. I changed my career. I worked in a industry, and I changed to the support system, and I do a intern in a software in software developer. Okay, so I think with knowledge and logic, people can change the area to a tech career. I think is the most background that people need.
Okay, good. Thank you. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. Juliana, please, can you read and answer?
Do you think a bachelor's degree is worth it? I think it's important, but for some areas nowadays, you have a specific course, so you can enter in the IT field without have a bachelor degree. But it's important, but it's not mandatory in some case. For example, I have a degree in business, and I'm work now as SAP constant related to FI, my area. So I don't have a university course, but I have some others course related to this area. So I think it depends.
Okay, nice. Sila, what do you think?
I agree with Juliana. I think it could be important, but not mandatory. Me, for example, I don't have a bachelor degree yet, and I have been working with IT for 12 years. So if you don't have money to invest, just go ahead and keep studying, keep practicing. And the IT market is open to new opportunities without bachelor degrees or even some related course. But when you are growing in your career, I think it's very important, because when you reach some leading positions, some management positions, you probably will feel that you need some degrees, even in administration or IT science, for example. But for starting, no, definitely not.
Okay, good. Say, Rodrigo, please. What do you think?
I think it's important to have a degree, okay, but for many companies, some courses and I don't know some some courses not only the degree is important, like certificate. Okay, some certificate is more important. But I think for the uh, HR, for the company HR, okay, it's important that the employee has a bachelor degree or another certificate about quality quality products in the company. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of companies still require this, a bachelor degree or even an associate degree, but you have to have something.
Yeah.
Yeah, fortunately, it's changing. So, yeah. So, Leah, do you think it's worth it?
I think it's worth it because you don't know where your career will take you. When I made my transition of career, I was working on startups, and for startups, it is not a big deal. But now I on a global company, and they made a big deal about it. And your salary depends on if you have a degree, and if you have a post graduation, you can earn more salary. So it is important, and so you don't know what will happen in your career. So, and besides that, I think the experience of having a bachelor degree, you make like 4 or 5 years of a course, and keep on the course, don't give up, and make a good job, and maybe it's your first time in learning how to make a networking, so it's all learning. So I think it's really worth it.
Okay, thank you. Karina, please.
I think that was good. I think if you like to study a bachelor degree university, it's good. But if you're starting a T career, but you want to follow the programmer, developer, and you think that university you learn to programmer, you're not learning programming in university. For if you starting, I suggest that make a boot camp, study, join community, making money, and after you can invest in university. Yes, I think that's it.
Yeah, good. Heitor, please.
I totally agree with Karina. I think bachelor degree is just worth to get some jobs interviews. You have to have to some degree to get these interviews, but I think you can learn more in courses. So we have a phrase: "Don't let the university mess up with your studies." I think the things you learn in the university, the most of times you can use this in your daily. So I prefer make some courses in the specific areas instead of obtain another degree. That's my opinion.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I completely agree with you guys. I think, as Leah said, if it's you are starting working, you are very young, I think it's really worth it. But like Juliana said, she has a business degree, so if you want to change, you already have a bachelor degree. You don't have to go back to university and spend more 5 or 4 years studying just to start working in IT field. So yeah, good. Let's see. Rodrigo, please. Number
Yes,
5.
5.
Read,
Online
please.
courses, certification, and or degrees. Which one do you think is more important to entry-level IT jobs? Uh, I think degree, in my case, it helps me to enter in a training intern. Okay, if I didn't do the degree, I think it was more difficult to start. Okay, but the certification is a good way to. Okay, I think that.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Heitor, please.
Between those three, I chose course at first, degrees at second, and the last certifications. In my areas, certifications, it's not how can I say, agregar.
God, I have no idea.
I think it's aggregate. It's not aggregate, something just for abroad jobs. And for example, in America or Europe, companies, they ask to have some certifications. In Brazil, it doesn't matter. So I think the online course, the principal of my area.
Yeah, and I maybe I'm wrong, but maybe here in Brazil, certifications are good or better for people who already have experience, like senior people. Because if you were starting, you don't even know what you are doing. Sometimes you don't even know what language you want to program. And so I don't know if it's really worth it to
Yeah,
spend time and studying for the
I
certification.
completely agree with that.
Okay, nice. So Karina, please. What do you think?
I think that on try level, first try to do a online course to see, oh, I think that is the subject that I'm interested in, that I want. So after invest in a degree, a boot camp, because boot camp is more time, 3 or 4 months, every single day. And I suggest to start a little course, online course, and after invest in your degree.
Yeah, so you're gonna know the area and the stuff you're going to study, and then you can make a decision, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Leah, what are your opinion?
I agree with Karina. I think it's nice if you do a boot camp, a 6 months boot camp, because it will introduce you to the career, to a new job, and you understand the field, and you understand your next steps. So for a beginner, I will do some courses like a 6 months or 1 year boot camp, like we have.
Okay, nice. And Silas, please.
I agree with you all. I think starting with some course is better. And then for me, certification is the second choice, because you need to prove some way you can do that. So even for me to work it a lot, because I was a self-taught, like you put down below in the chat. And when I start, I didn't had so many courses. And when I decided to enter in the IT market, I did a lot of certifications to prove that I can handle with the technology. And now I'm doing a bachelor degrees, but just for don't stop growing in my career. So I think online courses, boot camps, and then certifications. And then if you like the career, some bachelor degrees and even another courses.
And are you learning new stuff in your bachelor degrees course or something
No,
new?
it's totally boring. I just doing because I want the paper.
So sincere. Okay. And Juliana, please, what do you think?
I think degrees, and doesn't matter the area, it's IT or business or accounting, I don't know. It's our passport for at least try to enter in a company, in a big company. The company, usually they require that you have a degree. So it's just to try to enter. And certifications, it's relative. For SAP area, it's important because it's really hard to enter in this field. You have to, it's necessary to have some contacts to talk about you, to get an opportunity. So I'm seeing some job opportunities that the consulting companies are required certifications for juniors consultants. So I think it's a movement nowadays. But the most important, I think it's online course and practice. Because when you start a career, you need be able to solve problems and at least find a way to solve. So the practice, and doesn't matter if you have already experience in the area, but there are a lot of ways to learn nowadays and practice by yourself.
Okay, awesome. And good, so let's move to number 7. Then we can go back to number 6 if we have some time. Silas, please, can you read number 7 and answer as well?
If you are already working in IT, what was the most important thing you did that helped you to get your first tech job? I think for me, it was my projects, because I had a kind of portfolio to show. And I have, when I started, I was very young, and I had like 4 or 5 years to practice before start working. So I already entered in IT field with a great portfolio. So it helped me a lot. And for the new people who wants to enter in that market, I think it could be my advice for them as well. Have a good portfolio, have some certifications, having free certifications just to prove that you can work with IT.
Yeah, good point. At least I work as a data scientist, and the portfolio helped me a lot to find job at like interviews and even to start working where I am. So completely agree. Juliana, what do you think?
I think it depends which area have some different requirements. But for me, I didn't have a portfolio, but it was important to have some course related to the area. It helped me a lot to get the first job. And it's it.
Okay. Rodrigo, What about
Nothing.
you? Apart from the internship that you did, do you think there's anything else that helped you get your first opportunity? I'm gonna I ask you a more specific question.
Okay. Yes, my intern, it was good. It was the main factor I get my first job, but I I studied a lot at home in that time to pass in the test, because even in the intern, you need to do a test. Okay, and in that case it was HTML and some like JS. I think I don't remember a lot, but I study at home a lot to prepare to like exam to enter in a company. I think it's important to prepare.
Okay, good. And what you were learning in your degrees was different from the things you were studying to success in the job interview, like
Yes.
Silas
It,
mentioned.
yes, but in my case, because it's technology, different technology, I was learning more modern technology in the college, yeah, and the company used the not modern technology. Okay, it's past math. So I need to prepare and learn about that technology. Okay, I think nowadays that is the same, because in the college you learn about most most usually language and tech, about the the mercado, the market. And the companies maybe is uh, a little behind. Okay, I think it is.
Okay, nice. And Heitor, please.
Okay. I think the most important thing to help me to get my first job in ITR was to learn Python. It's not the language that I work at the moment, but I think when I say that I have some programs in Python, then I was studying in Python, probably the interviewer think, oh, he already has some logical of programmation. He already knows some things, not at all, but he knows something. He's not a complete blank sheet. So I think it was important for me. In my area, we don't have a portfolio or problem, or maybe a GitHub hub wasn't so helpful in that moment. And I think to learn some language, actual language, actually, was very important for start my career.
Okay, nice. And Python has become more popular nowadays, right? Because data science and machine learning, and it's not so difficult. It's not a language so difficult to learn. So I think
I love Python, but in SQA it's not more useful for me. I prefer Ruby or Robot or Cypress with JS. It's more important for me.
okay.
But I love Python.
And Karina, please.
So I think that to get the help your first job was portfolio for developers and designers. It's important to have a portfolio, because when you because you put your knowledge in practice and you can share for recruiter that you experience in this. So for this, and other thing is engaging in community, because it helps you to know people and these people, to do networking, know people and these opportunities, because in community, a lot of company and looking for the community to advertise your position roles.
Yeah, when I start working with data science, I joined some like WhatsApp groups and bootcamp groups, and it helped me a lot, because sometimes you struggle in something, like you need to solve something and you ask for help, and after that, like you made some friends, and you can have like job opportunities because of friends, and it helped me a lot. And please, Leah.
Well, if I had stayed as a designer, the portfolio will be very important. But as I shift to community manager, relationships and networking was so important for me. And I made a boot camp, and I made great network there. It was when I could have my first job.
Okay, guys, awesome. I don't think we have time for one more question, so I'm gonna share the survey. So please, you can go over there if you have some suggestions, some topic that you want to talk about it. Please write over there in the text box. And our YouTube video. So go over there, subscribe, and give it thumbs up. And yeah, that's it. So I really appreciate you guys here. It was great conversation. So don't forget, every Wednesday, it's only about technology. And I think we have on Monday and another time that I don't remember, but we have some other, in the agenda, we have some other meetings about technology, and there's a lot of topics as well. So yeah, that's it. Leah, I just forgot. Please tell us what you think, what was your experience in your first time here.
What I think about the first time? I know Talk and Talk because of Philip, because our community of community managers, and I was very interested to try, and I tried first on Monday. I tried the Spanish classes, and now I'm trying here on English for Tech, and I think it's very interesting that we can practicing talking about interesting topics for us. So thank you very much.
Nice, thank you. So please feel welcome to come back. And yeah, guys, thank you very much. I hope I can see you guys next time.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you. Thank you.
See you guys.
Bye. Have a good day.
Bye, guys. Thank you.